This is a review of a Bluerock Model 40A grinder, sander, polisher. I bought this thing because I had a lot of pipe fence to work on. Around here you can get a lot of this surplus oil fill pipe for fairly cheap. And I've got lots and lots of projects to use it for. And if you want to paint it, you really want to get some of the rust off of it. You don't need to get it all off, but you need to get some of it off. So anyway, that's why I bought this. Most of the time I use it, I have it hanging on the wall. I use it just for a deburring tool. I have another belt sander, which I probably ought to sell off because it takes up too much floor space, whereas this thing hangs on the wall and stays out of the way most of the time. But I'll turn it on and demo it for you. It works pretty good. I'd never heard of Bluerock before. But not a lot of people make this kind of a belt sander, and it actually works pretty good. One of the nice things about it is it's really easy to change the belts. It's just spring loaded, so basically you just bend it down and flip another belt on. The belts stay on really well. If you buy it, you can buy it with an assortment of belts, which is what I did, and because you'll use some belts, you probably use it fairly often. Another thing I like about it is it has at least 3 places to put the handles. You can put the handle here, you can put the handle here, you can put the handle here. What I don't like, not a big deal, is I end up stealing the handles off my other tools, because sometimes I'd like to have 2 handles on it. So depends on what you're doing with it and what position you're working in. So it'd be nice if they gave you two or 3 handles with it, but that's not a big complaint. You can always steal them off your other power tools if you have other power tools, or I guess you could make one, or I guess they'd sell you one. In any case, we'll turn this thing on and show you how it works. Trying to hold the camera and of course, it works a lot better if you're holding it with 2 hands, not holding the camera with 1 hand. And belt stays on really well. You can go all across the edges and come back, and you can be pretty sloppy with it, and that belt will still stay on. So it's a pretty good tool. I'm really glad I bought it. Like I say, I'd never heard of Bluerock before, but I'm pretty happy with it. It seems to be very well made. It looks like an oversized grinder with a belt sander attachment on it, but it's very well made and it works very well. So I'm happy I bought it. I think it was a good investment. Oh, by the way, it's variable speed, but I just use it on the highest speed it goes. But if you need it slower, you can run it slower, I guess. Most of the time, this Bluerock belt sander will be hanging on the wall. Didn't come with this bracket. I just made this bracket out of a 1/4-inch square tube, and you just take the handle for the tool and drop the tool in, screw the handle into it, and then it hangs up there real nicely. And you can still use it for deburring, which I probably use it a lot more for just deburring, hanging on the wall, than I do using it as a handheld sander. But works good either way. And here it is hanging on the wall with a bracket, basically. This handle here is what holds it. It just goes in one of the holes that are already in there. And it works real good for me for just using it for a deburring tool. For small pieces, I'm always cutting something and wanting to deburr it before I weld it up or use it.